Hello, friends. I welcome you all for the second part of mind mapping that we had started in the previous video. I hope you all are safe and you all are in your homes studying and making the best use of the videos that we are sending to you. Okay? As you all know that it is a very important year for you, my dear children. So listen to the videos carefully, take down the notes, and read your textbook as much as possible. Okay, for a student, his best tool or his best companion is his textbook. Okay, rather than depending on other materials, first you have to be very thorough with your textbook. So, my dear students, yesterday we started with a new topic in which I taught you mind mapping. Now, I already told you what do you mean by mind mapping. Today, I am going to give you some more examples and we are going to solve a few mind mappings before you. Now, before we begin with, today's lecture, I would like to tell you once again that what is a mind map and what is the benefit of doing mind mapping. Now, whenever you are studying, now as you all are students, so the most important thing for you right now is studying. Whenever you are studying or whenever you are preparing any chapter, you take down notes, right? So, mind mapping is one such technique in which it will help you to summarize, it will help you to jot down the important points in a very systematic and a organized manner. Now, for example, let me show you how we do mind mapping. Now, in mind mapping, you have to first take down or write down the central idea on the center of the page. That is the center of the page. After that, you have to write down the sub points using the arrows. And then those subpoints can further be divided according to their importance. So it is a hierarchical arrangement of your ideas. It will help you to understand in a better way. Now, there are many types of mind maps that you all can use. One is a flow chart, the other is a bubble chart, or you can also make use of a tree diagram sort of thing. Now, what is mind mapping? Now, Tony Buzan was a British author and a psychologist. He was the first person who came up with the concept of mind maps. According to him, that our mind is very, perfect in remembering ideas, icons, and colors rather than remembering words. So, whenever we are planning something, summarizing our lessons, whenever we are preparing for a seminar, it will be very easy and very helpful for you that if you do that in a mind map pattern. Now, mind map creates a visual structure of idea in our mind. Mind map is nothing but a long paragraph is turned into a diagram, and that diagram is remembered very easily and it stays for a longer time in our memory. Okay, now I already told you the way in which mind mapping is done. So let us explore something more about mind maps. I have brought some very wonderful examples for you which will help you to understand it in a better way. I want you to open your textbook to page number 141 and along with me, let us see what examples are there in our textbook. Now, what is mind map? And what do you mean by mind map? Now, the same diagram is given in your textbook. If you look at that diagram, there is a diagram of a tree. Now, a tree has many branches and sub branches, which we call as twigs. Okay. So, that tree is the main idea about which you are going to make a mind map, and the branches are the sub points of the idea that you are using. The main idea, subject, or focus is crystallized in a central image. The main themes radiate from the central image. Now, for example, if we have to prepare a mind map about pollution, so the center idea would be pollution, and the branches would be air pollution. The second branch would be noise pollution. The third would be land pollution. And after that, when we named these types of pollutions, there would be sub branches which will tell us the ways in which these pollutions are caused. I hope you all are understanding. The central idea is pollution. We have drawn arrows or we have made circles and we have written to that main idea pollution. We have written air pollution, noise pollution, water pollution, and land pollution. After that, now these are the sub points. These sub points are further elaborated. They have sub points also. We have to explain land pollution. So हम उसको आगे से arrow बना के we will write the causes. We will also write the remedies of or the steps that have to be taken to prevent this pollution. Okay. So now if you look at your screen, this is how your mind map looks like. ये आपके स्क्रीन पे जो आपको दिख रहा है जो सर्कल है इसमें हमको मेन आइडिया लिखना है जिसके बारे में हम माइंड मैप करने वाले हैं. One example I gave you was about pollution. Second example I would like to give you is about cricket. If you write cricket, if we have to prepare a mind map about cricket, if you write cricket in the center of the circle, what would these branches tell us? One would be test cricket, one would be 2020, then the third one would be IPL, so on and so forth, the other trophies that are played. And then in the sub branches, you can write about the further criteria of the cricket. The rules can be written in the other part. I hope you have understood what a mind map would look like. If you have to write about your career, center mein if you write your career, what are the 4 points that comes to your mind? You would write hard work, you will write a proper planning, then you would write your dream project or a dream career that you want to have, and those points would be further divided into the sub points. These small arrows are the sub points of your mind map. Now, let us move on to the paragraphs that are given in our textbook. This is one example that they have done for us. They have given us a paragraph. Of that paragraph, we have to create a mind map. Central idea would be given to you. Okay. Just as the note making example or the topic is already given to you all, the mind mapping topic will also be given to you. Now, this is one example, the paragraph I will read and then see how they have made the mind map. ये जो नीचे आपको फिगर दिख रहा है, this figure is called as a mind map. In the most watched TED Talks of all time, educationist Sir Ken Robinson, FRSA, claims that schools kill creativity, arguing that we don't grow into creativity, we grow out of it. Or rather, we get educated out of it. Yet to Robinson, creativity is as important as literacy and we should afford it the same status. True creativity is based on knowledge, which in turn is based on literacy. A school where children develop the literacy skills on which all further learning depends are therefore not killing creativity but cultivating it by providing the foundations young people need to properly create. Now, this is the paragraph that has been given to you, and you have to write down Sir Ken Robinson's claims, his views, and his ideas. Now, what does he claim in this big paragraph? First important point he said is that school kills creativity. It is also already mentioned up there. School kills creativity. Second, education out of creativity. He emphasizes on making education out of creativity. Third, creativity to be acquired in the education itself. Now, what you have to keep in mind when you are making mind map. See, note making is a bit lengthier and mind maps are more creative. Mind maps can be fun if you make use of colors, if you make use of icons, if you make it colorful so that it remembers it remains in your memory for a longer period. Okay, so this is one activity. Let us move on to the next activity. Now, I already explained you about Gillian line yesterday. I will not read the paragraph here for you. I will just explain what is there in that paragraph. Now, Gillian line was an 8-year-old girl I am telling you about from the paragraph. Okay? I am not reading the paragraph. I am on page number 142. You can read it for yourself. This is the mind map created from the paragraph given to you and me in the textbook. So Gillian Lynne was an 8-year-old girl who was unable to concentrate in the class. She found it difficult to sit properly in one place and she would constantly be fidgeting, she would constantly be distracted. So on the teacher's suggestion, Gillian Lyne's mother took her for medical help. Her mother thought that my daughter is not normal, I have to take her to the doctor. When she took Gillian to the doctor turned out the radio, he put on the radio and left her alone in the room where the music was being played. To their astonishment, when they both left that doctor's cabin, Gillian started to dance. And that is when the doctor told her mother, your daughter is not sick, she's a dancer. And today, when we look at Gillian Lyne's life, at the age of 92, she is one of the bestest ballet dancer. She is the most popular choreographer of Hollywood. You can go and check about her on the Google, and you will get to know about her life. Now, that paragraph we have to turn into a mind map. See, the central idea or the central theme is Gillian Lyne. What 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 will you write in the branches? Young 8-year-old girl who was a problem student, inability to sit still and concentrate. Still means without moving. Medical explanation. Doctor turned on the radio and Gillian alone began to dance. She was not sick, but she was the dancer. And finally, the last thing that is her achievement, that she has made a wonderful career in musical theatre. This is what we have made out of that big lengthy paragraph about Gillian Lyne. Now remember, if you have to prepare an exam, you are preparing for an exam and you have to prepare a very lengthy topic for your exam. If you use this technique, it will be very useful for you if you write down your answer in this pattern. See, if you observe this diagram, it is not in full sentences. These are just keywords of your sentences. That means the message is conveyed, medical explanation, that's it. In note making and in mind mapping, you need not use full sentences. You have to just use the keywords for the paragraph. There is another example that they have given us on the next page, wherein it is about the 21st century skills. Now we all are living in the, a very developed generation, and we are very proud of ourselves that we are from 21st century and we are modern, and so on and so forth. Such problem solving, communication, and learning, how to learn. This is some of the evidence that students who learn to work well with others in one setting may be more effective in doing so in other settings. So some transfer is definitely possible. Now, what is this mind map about? This mind map tells us about the 21st century skills. What are the skills? Problem solving, communication, learning how to learn, and transferring our skill. That means this paragraph that they have given us, we have turned it into a creative paragraph like this. If you look at the previous mind map, it was in a different manner. There are various types of mind maps that you can make. There is no single pattern that you have to or you can use. Now, if you look at this mind map, a very beautiful mind map written, this is very helpful for the students who are in the science faculty. Okay, you have to learn a lot of concepts, a lot of theory in your, biology, physics, chemistry. If you memorize your lesson or if you bring down your lesson in this chart, okay, it will be very easy for you to remember and keep in mind your lessons. Now, health. This is the central idea. What are the main branches? First, the first important factor that comes to us is stress, then exercise, help, diet, and sleep. These are the four important things that affects the health. First is sleep, second is diet, exercise, stress, and medical help. Stress has various reasons. Now if you see the सब points of stress, अभी आपको दिख रहा है कि ये पॉइंट आगे जाके स्प्लिट हो रहे हैं. It is split into different reasons. Sleep, different, there are the sub branches. Diet, fruits, veggies, then pulses, and what do you get from these vegetables? You get vitamins, etc., etc., etc. Exercise के sub points: warm up, aerobics, strength training, flexibility. Then you can go on bike, you can do treadmill, you can do weightlifting, and you can do many other things. A very nice example of another example. I have brought these examples because this picture has to be in front of your eyes when you prepare a mind map. This is how my students, if you prepare for your exams in this manner, I can confidently assure you that you will be very successful in remembering and memorizing and keeping in mind the concepts that you need to keep for a longer period of time. Okay. See, better earth. How can we make a better earth? Now, this is a paragraph that they have given, and a mind map is being made out of this. These symbols, rather than making just a normal circle, if we put the image of earth over here. See, here we have made the image of a shower. Here we have the animal. Here we have other tools. Here we have put these recycling image. Nowadays we all are using WhatsApp, and WhatsApp is nothing but use of emojis, use of symbols, thumbs up, thumbs down. You have to show you are angry, you just put an emoji that you are angry. That means we are very familiar with using the emojis, and that is what is, we can say, is done in mind mapping. Now, after explaining you, now they have given you a question that you have to solve in your notebooks. Develop a mind mapping frame or a design to show development in your personality that you have seen in the last 5 years. Now, you have to make a mind map, and when you are making a mind map, you have to write down in the center. The central idea of your mind map is that the development of your personality in the past 5 years. Now, if you are in 12th standard right now, you have to go back to 5 years, and what changes and what differences you have seen in your personality, you have to write it down. What are the points that you have to take help? Development in your physique, your bodily changes. You have become taller, stronger, or maybe you have become leaner. Self-learning process, communication skills, social awareness, and family responsibility. These are the four parts, and then you have to break sub parts of that. Similarly, they have given you another one in which you have to make another mind map about benefits of games and sports to the students. Another activity that they have given you, a very interesting activity, that browse the internet, you know, go to Google or any other search engines and find out the different frames and designs of mind mapping. In my first video, I have already given you the pictures of the designs that we can use. Benefits of mind mapping, uses of mind mapping in note taking, difference between mind mapping and concept mapping. Okay? Read your textbook, my dear children, and it will be very easier for you to understand. So I hope I have cleared all your concepts regarding mind mapping. A very interesting lesson, a very nice writing skill that you have learned in your new syllabus. Virtual drafting of a virtual image, note making, summary writing, and mind mapping is something that is very important, and it is very essential for you in this 21st century. We have to stop using some old techniques, old methods that we have been using, and we have to convert ourselves with the help of modern technique and technology to make ourselves better. You're learning, you are doing hard work, no doubt, but along with that hard work, you have to also learn to do smart work. Okay, and that would be the key of success. I hope you understood this interesting topic that we learned. You can go to the internet and find out more about mind mapping, and I'm very sure that apart from just a writing skill in your exam, if you use this technique throughout your life for your planning, you would be a very smart person and a very organized person in your life. Thank you very much.